The Shenyang J-31, also known as Gyrfalcon, or Falcon Hawk by some military enthusiasts, is a twin-engine, mid-size fifth-generation jet fighter currently under development by Shenyang Aircraft Corporation. The fighter has also been referred to as F-60 or J-21 Snowy Owl in some media reports. Development: a photo of a model labeled F-60 was posted on the Internet in September 2011. In June 2012, photos and camera video clips started to emerge on Internet about a heavily overwrapped possible F-60 prototype being road transferred on a highway, earning the nickname the Zhengzi plane among Chinese netizens, though some suspect it of merely being L-15 trainer aircraft. Pictures of a possibly fully assembled aircraft parking on an airfield emerged on September 15 for Euro 16, 2012. The F-60 is reported to be the export version, where the J-31 would be the domestic Chinese version of the same fighter. It is unknown if the J-31 is meant to be a competitor to the J-20 stealth fighter or a complement to it. It is also unknown if it will be a land-based fighter for the People's Liberation Army Air Force, or a carrier-based fighter for the People's Liberation Army Naval Air Force on the Liaoning aircraft carrier and future Chinese carriers. The J-31's chief designer, Sun Kong, has said that he hoped that the aircraft would follow his J-15 onto China's aircraft carriers. However, industry sources say development of the J-31 was provided entirely by the PLAAF with no input from the plan. This would mean the Air Force plans to operate two stealth fighters for different missions, like the U.S. Air Force with the F-22 Raptor and F-35 Lightning II. The heavier J-20 would primarily be a high-altitude dogfighter, while the J-31 would perform a multitude of medium and low-altitude missions including close air support, air interdiction, aerial bombardment, and suppression of enemy air defenses. On December 30, 2013, Shenyang Corporation reported that the J-31 would be redesigned to have ground attack capabilities. The J-31 acting as a stealthy tactical bomber fills a gap in Chinese close air support between the Xi'an JH-7 and the expensive Xi'an H-6 strategic bomber. The PLAAF operates the Sukhoi Su-30 Mk2 for the mission, but that is vulnerable to radar detection. By making the J-31 less dedicated to the fighter role, its range, payload, and stealth can be increased. Strategic implications: the appearance of the J-31 raised concern about a potential arms race in Asia, as some of China's neighbors might again start to consider purchasing the F-35. A one-quarter scale model of the J-31 was shown at the China International Aviation and Aerospace Exhibition 2012, hinting at a desire to offer the aircraft for export, as an alternative for those countries that cannot purchase the F-35. AVIC confirmed at the exhibition that the aircraft was intended for export. In 2013, Admiral Zhang Tsaozhong confirmed that the J-31 was only for export to countries unable to buy the F-35 and would not be used by the plan. Stephen Biddle of the Council for Foreign Relations has speculated that the aircraft design was intended for domestic use, but found to be underperforming and hence relegated to the export market. However, a new photo which shows PLAAF officials with a model of the aircraft in Air Force livery seems to suggest that the aircraft, contrary to previous beliefs, has received official support. This may indicate the Air Force or Navy might adopt this aircraft. Flight testing: the prototype conducted a high-speed taxiing test and briefly became airborne. On October 31, 2012, prototype number 31001 conducted the model's maiden flight. It was accompanied by two J-11 fighters in a 10-minute test flight with its landing gear lowered. With the maiden test flight of the prototype number 31001 on October 31, 2012, China became the second nation after the 1991 Advanced Tactical Fighter fly-off to have two stealth fighter designs in field testing at the same time. The aircraft has continued a limited test program, with footage emerging of further flights which took place in February 2013. In early April of 2014, new pictures of J-31 started to emerge on the Internet, one showing it flying with a new engine which looks very similar to the WS-13 currently powering the JF-17 Thunder fighter for PAF. Design: The J-31 is a mid-weight, twin-rudder and twin-engine jet with the typical configuration that is commonly shared by other fifth-generation fighters such as Sukhoi T-50. J-31 incorporates certain stealth characters such as forward-swept intake cowls with diverterless supersonic inlet bumps and a two-piece canopy. The J-31 appears to be a smaller and more agile aircraft than the Shenyang J-20 that resembles a twin-engine F-35C. This may be because it might be used as a fifth-generation carrier-based fighter. Another feature that the J-31 shares with the F-35C is the twin forward wheels. Bill Sweetman has cited several improvements to the F-35C design files the Chinese may have acquired in the J-31. Like the F-35, the J-31 has two internal weapons bays that can each carry two medium-range missiles, along with two heavy hardpoints and one light hardpoint on each wing, but while it seems to have added an additional light hardpoint to each wing over the capacity of the F-35, it seems to lack the capacity of the F-35 to mount a centerline gunnery or jamming pod. Vladimir Barkovsky of Russian Aircraft Corporation MiG has stated that, despite some design flaws, the J-31 looks like a good machine. Although it contains features already in use on the U.S. fifth-generation fighter designs, it is not a copy but a well-done indigenous design. Barkovsky has confirmed that the engines on the prototype aircraft are RD-93s. However, China already has an engine similar to the RD-93, the Guizhou WS-13 currently installed on the JF-17, which has the same thrust and size of the Russian RD-93. China is working on an improved variant named WS-13A with 100 kN of thrust for use on the J-31. Lin Zuming, chairman of China's AVIC, has said that he hopes to put domestic engines on the fighter. As the Chinese build up confidence in newer, more reliable and powerful domestic engines, they may be able to power the J-31 sooner than the larger J-20 and in greater numbers. USAF Lieutenant General Charles Davis has said that while the Chinese fifth-generation fighter may have used stolen information from the F-35 program, it was unlikely to measure up to the American aircraft. Unlike the F-35's baked-in fiber matte stealth, the J-31 uses stealth coatings. The J-31 has a flatter fuselage than the F-35, which suggests a more pronounced air superiority focus for the J-31, since a flatter fuselage results in a smaller weapons bay but improves fuel efficiency and speed by decreasing drag. Specifications: because the aircraft is in development, these specifications are based on available imagery or approximate and preliminary. Data from Chris Pocock and Aviation Week. General characteristics: crew, 1, length, 16.9 am, wingspan, 11.5 am, height, 4.8 am, wing area, 40 am. 2, power plant, 2 RD-93 afterburning turbofans, 84 kN thrust each, power plant, 2 WS-13A afterburning turbofans, 100 kN thrust each, maximum speed, Mach 1.8, combat range, 1,250 km, ferry range, 4,000 km, see also. Aircraft of comparable role, configuration and era: Shenyang J-20, Northrop YF-23, Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptor, Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II, Sukhoi PAC-FA, Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft, TFX, Mitsubishi ATDX, related lists, list of fighter aircraft, references.